Hi, welcome to my place. We've been going through a little bit of the um, Christmas story, and yesterday we talked about how Mary and Joseph were taken to a bunch of things that happened around their world so that they could be from Nazareth down to Bethlehem. And today I want to take us to Acts chapter 9. It's not part of the Christmas story, but it does tie in. Just bear with me. Now, Acts chapter 9, verse 31 says, Then the churches throughout all Judea, Galilee, and Samaria had peace and were edified. And walking in the fear of the Lord and in the comfort of the Holy Spirit, they were multiplied. Now, continuing on the end of yesterday's thought, there are seemingly little things that happen that affect those around us and sometimes the whole world. Let's look at Saul of Tarsus. At the end of Acts chapter 7, we have the stoning of Stephen and the introduction of the young man Saul, who was approving of the death of Stephen. We found out later that Saul was a great Jew, training to be a Pharisee, and he was highly revered. And a great persecution against the early church began. By way of timeline, the stoning of Stephen took place approximately 3 years after the birth of the church. And Jesus said that when the Holy Spirit was poured out on the people, the church would go to the ends of the earth. Well, that didn't really happen. The church grew in the Jerusalem area, but it didn't go out much further than that. Now, I personally believe the church needed a kick in the pants to get the job done. The persecution that started with the stoning of Stephen caused the church to be scattered throughout the regions of Judea and Samaria. You can find that in Acts chapter 8, verse 1. And we fast forward to Acts chapter 9, and we see the conversion of Saul. He was known as one of the worst persecutors against the church. Wherever he went, especially immediately following his conversion, people were afraid of him and didn't believe he was part of the church, including the apostles. But Acts chapter 9, verse 31, says that after his conversion, the churches of Judea, Galilee, and Samaria experienced peace and were edified. They walked in the fear of the Lord and in the comfort of the Holy Spirit, and they multiplied. We need to trust God in all things. Throughout all inconveniences, we need to be aware of God moving in all aspects of our lives and of the lives that surround us all around the world. We could be the one that is needing to move 95 miles down the road and the whole world has to adjust to accommodate the move. Or we could be the one that needs to be accommodating. We could be the one that is being persecuted by the worst of the bunch. But if we keep our eyes on the Lord and what He is doing in our lives, the worst one could end up becoming one of the best ones. Don't discount anyone. They could be the next Paul. God bless you richly. We'll see you next time.